Good evening. Welcome. We're doing a recording session, live recording session on VAWA. So what next after a VAWA petition get approved? This is the subject for today's video, okay? If you're new to my channel, you should go ahead and subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your support. And friends, I'll be live, right, hosting this webinar on April 7, 5 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be about motions to reopen. If you wanna reopen your case, especially with immigration court, or you wanna file a motion to appeal or reconsider. So anything that has to do with motion to reopen, so they can reopen your case and we can get started on your adjustment of status, you need to be there, okay? You need to register. It's free. I'm not charging you for that. I just want to provide information, really, and give you the opportunity to ask your questions. I'll be there for 1 hour, so you should be there too. I'm going to leave the link in the description box, okay? You need to register. We have limited spots. You need to register so that you can take part of it. And I'll send you the information too prior to that webinar on April 7th, okay? So what happens once your VAWA petition get approved? Remember, we just got a VAWA petition approved after we filed for expedited request, because you know that those VAWA petitions are taking like 30 months, okay? Some people 35 months, I mean, almost 4 years or 3 years and a half. But this one, we had to just go ahead and file a expedited request based on humanitarian reasons. And I want to talk to you about what next in the process. So you get your case, it says, well, we have approved your I-360 petition for VAWA. What are you going to do? Next is they're going to send you a work permit in the mail. So usually they don't send it to you directly, remember, because you're applying for VAWA, it goes to a different address. It's going to go to your attorney address or the other address you put on file so that they can send it to you to that address. So they'll send you a work permit, and after that, what's going to happen is if you file concurrently, and that depends whether you were married to a lawful permanent resident or you're married to a U.S. citizen. If you're married to a lawful permanent resident and you file concurrently, my friend, you have to wait for priority date, because lawful permanent resident is not immediate relative for the purpose of those type of adjusting status. It's just like you're going to wait on the line, right? For U.S. citizen, visa is immediately available, and that at that point, if you file concurrently, they are going to refer your case, okay, to your field office, to some officer, to your field office where you're supposed to be interviewed. Let's say you are in Baltimore, right? Then they're going to refer your case in Baltimore. So assuming that you file concurrently, if you did not file concurrently, once you get your VAWA petition approved, then you file for your green card application, okay? So at that point, the green card people are going to actually, basically, they are going to evaluate your green card application just the way they would under any circumstances. Like they're going to go through admissibility issues, right? And inadmissibility issues if they find one. But just know that public charge is automatically waived, and then entry without inspection when it comes to VAWA petitioners, those are automatically waived. But other inadmissibility issues have to be waived. Like you have to apply with a waiver if you, let's say, misrepresentation, fraud, or stuff like that. Yeah, it's going to require a waiver. But the officer at your field will let you know, right, when they assess your case. So because somebody was telling me or asking me what's going to happen after my VAWA petition get approved, are they going to give me automatically the green card? The answer is no, it doesn't happen automatically, because they have to process now your green application and access it just the way they would under any circumstances. Okay, so you just have to give it time, and then you have to go with processing time of your basically processing time of green cards in let's say you're in Baltimore, you go with processing times of green cards in Baltimore. Let's say you are in Cincinnati, processing times for green cards in Cincinnati. That's how you look at your timeline. So it's not automatically, okay? But let me basically go back and explain again what is VAWA and how it comes into play when you're applying. VAWA, Violence Against Women Act, it applies to both men, women, children, parents. So must be lawful permanent residents, the abuser, or U.S. citizen. That's how it works, okay? So, and then for the relationship between parents, and if the parents is claiming abuse from their child, then the child has to be the U.S. citizen, grown U.S. citizen child, and then the parent claiming abuse from their child, okay? And then stepchildren too can claim abuse from their step-parents, stepmom or stepdad, has to be lawful permanent resident or U.S. citizen, okay? So, and then in order to prove that, you have to prove relationship first, right? For marriage, you have to prove that you enter into this marriage in good faith. However, you experience battery, abuse, cruelty, okay? Extreme cruelty. And extreme cruelty is defined differently, right? We have a lot of types of abuse. We have emotional abuse. We have how do you call it? We have financial abuse. We have um, uh, emotional, financial, physical, all types of abuse. Then we have threat. We have humiliation. We have extortion. We have a lot of things that can rape, sexual abuse, anything that has to do with abuse that you can think of. You have to access it with a lawyer, right? An attorney to actually explain to you if this qualifies under VAWA. Okay. You do not need a police report. However, it's helpful if you have one. You do not need an evaluation. However, it's helpful if you have one, or you get yourself evaluated after the facts too. You can do that. Okay. So if you're ready to apply for VAWA, just know that VAWA, the visa or availability, it's just like unlimited. Okay. So, but you have to have a strong case in terms of valid marriage. It has to be a good faith marriage, because you have to prove the relationship first before anything else, before you prove abuse. But there's an exception as far as bigamy is concerned, because some people get into marriage in good faith, but later on find out that the person in question was not divorced. That's an abuse type of abuse situation too. That there is an exception for that. If you didn't know that the other person was not divorced, that's not on you, right? You have to be able to claim that type of exception, bigamy type of exception. Okay, trying to get a new lightning here. Looks like it's like all over the place, but yeah, we got it. So we got it. If you have a question, please leave it in the comment below. And we have a couple news too. I don't know if I'm gonna go over those news, but next time I'll come back with the latest in immigration news. But in the meantime, if you want to apply for VAWA, this is the time, right? You go ahead and apply. And the best thing to do is to apply concurrently. If you have a denial, you can come back. You can come with your denial letter. You can access it. And again, you can schedule a consultation. Link in the description. Until next time, bye-bye.